I'm 79 years now. Can around that figure, I can be still jumping a landship, 97. I prepare for that.
I love landship. I left things behind and do landship. I also get back to that another time. But landship, it's going landship.
Then you have all y'all coming in. Right, you got that? That's what I want. And that's what boy would like to happen. Let's try it again.
I have known about the landship all my life, and I was really excited to get into the landship because the age to join is actually 8, but I wanted to join from about 2.
But during the years, I was so committed to landship. When I was 16, 17, and I rose to be a commander at my age right now. And my age right now is 58. I'm still moving.
The term landship itself is like an interesting term. So we're not quite sure the actual meaning of it, but it has come to represent cultural and social organization of people. We have what we call the popular or common myth or narrative that says that the official start date of the landship is in 1863. Other narratives suggest, or other research suggests, that we would have had landships in existence long before emancipation, and that Moses Wood would have been maybe one of the more popular people at that time, but he probably was not the only one. It became the representation of the identity of Black, working class and poor people in Barbados. It became the space where people would sustain themselves against a hostile colonial environment.
To survive for that long in the face of all the cultural penetration which we face in this region, I think that is indeed a significant achievement.
By being able to sustain themselves financially, by being able to reflect on their own cultural expression, and by being able to socialize in a way that was cohesive, to help each other with welfare, to help each other with food, to help each other with moving, to help each other with various activities, of life.
Ward and his friends here at Seaman's Village, Britain Sill St. Michael, was an organization which reflected their aims, ambitions, and aspirations. Their landship was more than simply a social club. It was a community movement in every sense of the word, and their recreational activity formed only a part of their daily routine.
Landship is very important because, to me, it's a gem in Barbados itself. It holds, a small organization holds a lot of cultural importance. It shows family, so it's not just, oh, you come and dance. It shows people in the community actually getting together and actually being cared for, even if you're not family to that person. But it actually shows that people actually love you and take the time out to care about you and your well-being.
So we're in a dock, and the dock is part of a community, and often the members would have met here on occasion for social activities, would have met here for meetings, would have met here to practice and prepare to go out on the road, would have met here to collect funds. So this was a meeting place. In recent times, like I said, these things haven't happened as regularly. When you talk about challenges, it is just competing with people who have to go to school, people who have work, people who have to travel, people who might have skills that get caught up in sports. So those things pull away from the space being as central as it was before. So even the terms that are used, which very closely follow the naval hierarchy, is the ways for which the community members organize themselves. So if you're an admiral, or if you're a captain, or if you're a commander, or if you're a bookkeeper, you're not just that for the purposes of the ship, you're that for the purposes of the community.
Dances and maneuvers of a ship's complement on parade depicted the passage and difficulties of a naval ship at sea. The hierarchical structure was a close imitation of that of a naval vessel. Officers and crew all had special posts and offices, from admiral to engineer, and from military police to boatsman and blues.
I do some different, all kind of, position in the landship. From quartermaster, navigator, sailing master.
The idea of maneuvers and drills, as we understand it, were very much part of each ship's identity. So each ship would create their own maneuvers and drills to indicate this level of uniqueness or continuity within each ship. In the recent times, you begin to codify some of these forms in an effort to keep them relevant. So you would hear terms pretty much that follow the idea of functions on the ship, so like lowering the sails, or like moving slightly away or the jerk forward. And when you look at the movements, they closely resemble or indicate aspects of moving in the ship.
So there's boulders and rough seas ahead, sailors. Take it down. Down. To the right. To the left.
But when you also do a deeper analysis, you're seeing aspects that pretty much relate to African and Caribbean dance forms and the way that they're created. And then the other forms that we don't have a functionality to. So wangolo, for instance, the idea of moving your hips in a particular way, the idea of what we would call platoon drill, and when you see it, it doesn't keep the body in an erect Eurocentric stance, but you see it pretty much in an Afrocentric or Caribbean stance. We're beginning to appreciate that these names, although functional in one sense, are not a true indication of the origins of the movement.
Well, my favorite drill that I really enjoy is called wangolo. It's just a play on words. It's actually wine golo, but with the Bajan accent it gets wrangled, so it's wangolo. And your hands are on your hips and you're taking it down to the ground. Sometimes the admiral or the captain, the commander for the performance, to tell you left side rock, are you going to the left, are you going to the front, you're going to the back, and you're showing what your knees could do.
In the past, Landship has performed in Independence Parade in the inception from 1966. Also, we perform in Bristol Market, Kiddies Kaduma, and going forward. Now there are about 7 members in the Barbados Landship Association right now. The number is even too small for the Independence Parade, so we had to get members from the Youth Advanced Corps last year to join us in Independence Parade. Encourage people to join Landship, get self-help, cultural experiences, physical activities, and discipline.
Well, you know, we always call the band the engine. Some of the challenges we got in the Landship is transportation and a band. Because every ship had its own band. There's no music that I love more than a killing drum. So from a boy, whenever I hear a killing drum player, I will gather. Suppose a new person come in here tonight towards the Landship, I would say take my interest and learn them and teach them. I would like to see a Landship in every parish again.
As you can see, the dwindling in the numbers of the members of Landship. However though, I would say right now to me, I'm optimistic about it because we've started a couple of programs to try to revitalize the Landship. So fingers crossed that we get things done. More people knowing, more people can spread the knowledge as well.
So I think it's important to recognize that the Landship is Barbadian. It reflects Barbadiana, and we need to figure out how to move it from something that we admire to something that we celebrate. If we get enough people interested and curious about learning about the Landship and being informed about what it represented and how it was able to survive in those more hostile times, and then we give people the opportunity to develop out of it and let them be empowered by it, I think we will see the Landship go through a new growth, a new resurgence.